Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And today we got a low-key kind of sad one, but also a pretty dope episode today. It's not always going to be anime out here, but I guess this is kind of anime, it's animation. But we're going to be going over some of the biggest cartoons on Cartoon Network, and we'll talk about that in a second. But if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, bro, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing amazing. Hyped for this pod. We're doing something a bit more nostalgic, something that might touch the souls of some of the older generation. It's definitely gonna touch my soul, so hype for it for sure.
Thanks, bro. I'll also touch you by the end of this episode. Wait, not play to play to play. Now, but real talk though, we're doing the top 10 cartoons on Cartoon Network. So this excludes anime. So we're not going to be talking about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, obviously Toonami and all that stuff. Because I feel like, we got to talk about cartoon on this one. Other than that, we're also what was I gonna say? Oh, also like live action stuff. So I know Owen mentioned this earlier when we were going over this list. Destroy, Build, Destroy. We're not talking about that one, obviously, because it's not a cartoon. But yeah, the reason why we're doing this is, and if you guys haven't listened to our news edition episode, Cartoon Network, the website has officially shut down. So if you go and type in cartoonnetwork.com or go on Google and search it up and you click on that link, you won't get to Cartoon Network anymore. You get automatically redirected to Max. So it's kind of a sad day, and that's why I said at the beginning of this episode it's a little bit sad. But again, also nostalgic. For a lot of us that grew up on cartoons before anime, like we love the animation and all that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a sad day because it's no longer here. I know at the very least, the Cartoon Network on cable still works, and you can still watch it over there. You can also watch it on Max, but like, it's just kind of a insight to how things might be in the future. Because first of all, nobody really uses cable, and second of all, cartoons are kind of dying out. I mean, like our OG cartoons. Like if you see some of the stuff that's on TV now, it's nowhere near what we grew up on. And I'm not even a boomer or anything like that. Like I'm in my 20s, you feel me? But like people my age range and even younger, bro, like they had some solid cartoons too, you feel me? So like I don't know, man. I'm getting all nostalgic, but like it's kind of crazy, bro. You feel me? So I felt like we had to do this episode to go over the top 10 cartoons on Cartoon Network to kind of honor Cartoon Network. You feel me? Because we grew up on that shit.
Hell yeah. I mean, bro, Cartoon Network was our childhood. I feel like my nephews and whatnot, they be watching a lot of YouTube more than they watch like even Netflix or anything like that. But I think it's definitely changing from like cable to Netflix to like YouTube. It's not what it used to be in terms of like everybody's watching the same shit. Everybody's watching the same shows. Everybody's watching the same cartoons. I feel like now there's so much to consume that everybody's kind of watching their own thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's actually facts because I don't like I feel like more kids watch like I don't even know like I show speed than they do cartoons. I'm just making this shit up my ass, but I feel like every time I hear a kid talking about like a cartoon or like a TV show, it's always YouTube. It's never like, OG cartoon shows.
Like my nephews before they used to watch this thing called Vlad and Nikki, but it's like a YouTube channel for kids. They're making these like YouTube channels for kids instead of like watching cartoons and whatnot.
Facts. Yo, it's like I know like babies and stuff, they don't even watch like stuff on like I don't know before they used to have like Nick Jr. and like I don't know it's called Disney Jr. or something like that, but all that stuff they don't watch that anymore. They go straight to YouTube. Coco Melon, one of the most subscribed YouTube channels. Baby Shark, bro. I know they got their own TV show now. Like it's all YouTube, bro, which is kind of crazy.
No, it's insane how quickly everything shifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, man. I made a list, Owen helped me come up with some ideas, but he has no idea the order I put them in. He doesn't even know what I put in my top 10. He just helped me remember some of the more nostalgic cartoons. So yeah, before we get into it, talk about some honorable mentions. But again, like I mentioned before, no live action shows. So Destroy, Build, Destroy. Um, that's not going to be on here. And also no anime. So no Pokemon, no Yu-Gi-Oh, and no like shows on Toonami. So obviously no Naruto, Dragon Ball, Prince of Tennis, and all that. 'Cause that would be kind of unfair because obviously my list would be hella geared towards anime. But yeah, let's start off with the top 10 cartoons on Cartoon Network. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Honorable mentions. I put in. I don't know if you ever watched his own Code Lyoko. You ever watched that?
No, I have not.
Okay, so that was like one of the weirdest things that I watched. It's kind of like a Mandela effect, where like you remember it, but you don't really remember watching it. But like I remember it being good, so I just put this as one of my honorable mentions. And then I had
I feel
some.
like I've never heard of it. Kolyoko?
Yeah, if you search it up and Google it, look at the pictures, bro. Tell me it's not like nostalgic, but like it's weird, bro. Like I don't remember a single plot of it, but like it's weird.
Let me see. How do you spell it?
Code, like CODE, and then space Lyoko, Lyoko, something like that.
Uh, no, I have not watched this.
Okay, that's fine.
It seemed familiar, the characters, but I don't know. Maybe you've seen like one episode, but not something I watched per se. Yeah.
Bet, bet, bet. All right. So the next one, honorable mention I had on here was Chowder, bro.
Chowder was elite, bro. Till this day, I'd be calling some of my friends kimchi. And if you guys don't know, kimchi was basically the fart cloud. Chowder's like pet fart cloud.
Yeah, bro.
But I think they had like such outrageous characters. They had Schnitzel, they
It's,
had Mungdal, they had that like mushroom lady. We had fucking Schnitzel saying rada 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 the whole fucking time. That shit was hilarious. And then they had enemies, right? They had ops.
yeah, they had ops and everything, bro. Like Panini, I think that was their name.
Yeah. They had ops. Every single episode was like a whole new like adventure. I remember this man's Chowder used to sleep with food, like under his pillow and shit.
Bro, like they used to have a commercial where they would like the guy's name was Gazpacho, and they would advertise like a restaurant called Gazpacho. Obviously that shit was not real, but I remember telling my aunt, "Yo, can you take me here? Can you please take me to Gazpacho's?" And then it was like, "Oh, it's off exit 90, blah, blah, whatever." And she's like, "Dude, this is not even anywhere near us." And then we looked it
No
up.
fucking way.
I got played, bro.
I'm dead, bro. My man wanted to go to the actual restaurant.
Yeah, bro. They made the commercial look so legit, bro.
Oh, so it was like a real life commercial?
Yeah, it was a real life commercial.
God damn, they actually might have played some people.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
All
No,
right.
the show was elite though. Good honorable mention right there.
All right. And then I'll do one more honorable mention because like obviously there's so many good cartoons. This one, bro, I didn't put it in my top 10, even though this is like one of the biggest classics. Bro, Tom and Jerry, bro.
Bro, Tom and Jerry it's a legend at this point. If you haven't heard of Tom and Jerry, then honestly, I don't know what to say. Personally, secondly, Tom and Jerry was a cartoon before vocals were even added. You know what I mean? This
Mhm.
is like they didn't even really speak to each other. It was just based off the images. We knew what was going on. We knew how the emotions felt based off the music. And who doesn't like the cat and mouse chase with Tom and Jerry? It's honestly one of the most iconic shows ever made, and it even like dates to way before us. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty sure my like even my parents they knew what Tom and Jerry was. So
Yeah.
it's like yeah, Tom and Jerry, one of the goats. Definitely I can understand why it's an honorable mention since like the plot there was no real plot. It was just, some shit happening every single time.
Mhm.
But definitely one of the goats and one of the pioneers for cartoons in general.
Facts. This shit is just hella nostalgic. You know what's crazy? I was talking to my dad like a while back. He was telling me that's his favorite cartoon. Obviously, my dad didn't like grow up with the TV or anything like that. I think he got his first when he was like 20 something, when I was born and shit. And he told me this is the
Yeah.
first cartoon he ever watched. And that was with me, obviously, as a baby. That's kind of crazy, bro. So like not only does like this cartoon hold like sentimental value, but like it's also like a way for mad the older generation to connect with the newer generation. Or at least it was. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy if you think about it that way.
And also there's no language, so like everybody can consume it. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't in English or Japanese or whatever. every single culture can actually embrace it, and they didn't have to. There was no language barrier,
Mhm.
so it made it very easy to consume. And the way like they dramatized everything, you can tell what was going on based off sounds and just the emotions on the faces, stuff like that.
Exactly, exactly. All right, man. Let's get into the number 10 now. Now that we're done with the honorable mentions.
Yep,
Another classic. I had to put Scooby-Doo on here, man. Scooby-Doo.
bro. Scooby Doo is one of those where it's like, bro, this is again is like Tom and Jerry level in terms of just epicness. Like everybody knows Scooby Doo, right? Even in even in Future's recent song, Scooby Doo type shit. Like, bro, Scooby Doo is just the classic. Everyone knows the mysteries. Everyone knows Scooby. It's Shaggy, the duo. Honestly, I haven't seen any content from Scooby Doo for a while, but the mystery boss. I mean, my man Freddy, he was onto something. I
Bro.
don't.
Mystery band, bro. You think about a different type of buzz?
No, I'm not. Yo, he's the originator of that boss, bro. My
Uh,
man would be like, "Okay, gang, let's split up," and then he'd have Scooby and Shaggy go together, and
yeah,
then he'd be with Velma and Daphne. So it's like.
bro,
This was
what's that?
every fucking time too.
Bro, what's that
Not
right
once,
here with the finesse, bro?
not once did he go with the boys. So like high key, my man Freddy was up to something.
Facts, man. Now, there's so many memes with Scooby-Doo, bro, because of that. But also, like, I feel like as opposed to Tom and Jerry, there was an actual plot. Like, there was actually an actual mystery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And then they had the famous. If it wasn't for these meddling kids, like they had the famous quote, and then it was always like the guy that was the most trustworthy was always the guy behind the mask,
Yeah, facts.
and like you can't ever forget like Scooby's iconic voice, like Rory Raggy.
Bro, I'm saying, bro, Scooby-Doo taught me to, like, watch out for the ops, bro. If I learned anything from that,
Yeah, you can't trust the people that be very kind and like open to you right in the beginning.
facts. That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit was actually like somewhat educational, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
I
it's
think
pretty funny.
no, it was perfect. It was perfect for giving us life lessons before we even knew we needed it.
Yeah,
But I think this is like a show that you kind of watch till you're probably 10 max.
yeah,
That's why I like it as a good number 10 spot.
it's facts. All right, let's move on to the next. I
Yep.
I pulled this next one out of my ass, bro. I don't even remember how I remember this one, but coming in number 9 is Shaolin Showdown.
Challenge Showdown for me was one of the best shows. I remember I used to watch this. It was like this was like the 4 o'clock, like 4 o'clock time, right?
Yes, sir. It was I think they used to have like a program called Jacuzzi or something like that, and it would be like 4 to 6 or something like that.
Yeah, this was I used to watch this religiously, like every single day. I remember one of my favorite episodes was like I think the cowboy guy, he was trying to catch like a bird, and they were all trying to catch the bird, right? But like everybody's tactic was like to chase the bird. His tactic was to like pick sunflower seeds and then reel the bird in, and then he got the bird just like that. But I
Mm.
remember the yellow guy, and it was kind of like the
Homie,
way I remember it. It was Avatar before Avatar. Like you
yeah.
had the earth bending or like the earth guy. You had the water, fire, and then air. Like that was Avatar before Avatar, and the yellow dude was the Avatar, right?
Yeah, yeah. His name was Omi, but he was like the air yeah, yeah, he was, right? Because the air guy was Raimundo.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, no,
He
technically,
was the Avatar person.
yeah, because I remember Raimundo was a bad guy in a way. Like not the bad
This show,
like an op. Yeah.
now for the audience, this show, right? Most of you probably don't know it. Realistically, this is a show that came out when me and Aray were like kids. This is like when
2000
we when I was like 7 or 8, and when he was probably like 9 or 10.
bro, I was not that old in 2003, bro. Chill out, my boy.
You're 2 years older than me. Yeah.
Yeah, but in 2003, bro, I was like,
Oh, okay. So this is even damn. This is even like older. This is
yeah,
when I was like 4 and you were like 6.
yeah, something like that, bro.
Holy shit. Damn. I mean that was top tier show. But again, it's one of those shows that we watched when we were like a bit younger, I would say.
Facts. I mean, overall, it's definitely one of the good ones, I would say, like in terms of like overall plot, because they actually had like good everything. You know what I mean? Like they actually had a sto end story. You know, like it was like a progressive story. You know, like for example, Tom and Jerry or even Scooby-Doo, like they just have episodes. It's like episodic. You know what I mean? This
Yeah, yeah.
built up to a plot, which I thought was pretty dope.
I feel like even though I was young and I was watching it, I still remember like the plot going pretty well.
Yeah. I just remember Raymundo was like the bad guy. Like he was low key bad guy, but he had his reasons. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Nah, the show was elite. I think it's a good number. It's a good number 9. For now, I don't have any issues with the list.
All right, next up, bro, I had Static Shock.
Damn. Oh, no way, bro. Damn, I did not remember. Like, damn, that's nostalgic. I forgot about that show completely, bro.
Bro, me too. This is the one I didn't tell you about.
Man brought that from the depths. Damn, okay. Nah, Static Shock was elite. Static Shock was like, it was like a superhero show without it being connected to the superheroes, kind of,
Right,
right?
right. And he was dope too. He was like a teenager and all that stuff. Obviously, we're kids, so we're like, yo, I can't wait till a teen. But he was dope and cool. You know what I mean?
He had that like disc thingy he used to ride, and he used to like have like electric powers and shit.
Right, exactly. Purple,
Damn,
I think it was.
I completely forgot about that show. Sheesh. Nah, Static Shock was really honestly. I don't remember too much about the plot, realistically, because it was that old of a show.
Yeah.
But I just remember enjoying the show, and I remember every time he kind of transformed into like his shock, mode. The
Mhm.
show was always sick.
Facts. All right, let's move on to the next one, bro.
Yep,
Number 7, bro. Courage the Cowardly Dog, man. This shit was elite.
this show is elite. I think personally, 7 might be too low for my boy Courage. I can't lie to you. Courage was one of the best shows for me when I was growing up. I just loved like the sounds, the bullshit like that used to happen. Like it was kind of like the horror. It was like a horror cartoon show with comedy, and made the dog look like he was Ed. Like he didn't know what the hell was going on, and it was always like the grandma was lost. The freaking Eugene was his name.
Yeah.
The Yeah, the old guy always was just yelling at Courage. We had Courage always making these weird ass noises like like remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like yeah, they always used to make like weird noises, and then the grandma she never believed Courage. Eugene was always like, "Get the fuck out of my house! Like, what are you doing?" And yeah, I mean, the show was just a golden show. It was very simple. It was exactly what was needed.
Yo, I got a
And yeah,
question for you bro, about this show.
what's
Did
up?
it ever scare you like a little bit? Not scare you, but like ever like get you worried or like freaked out a little bit?
Repeat that again.
Did this show ever get you like freaked out a little bit?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, the villains. First of all, the villains themselves, um, they were just weird as shit. Second of all, I think, I think what made it even weirder was the fact that the grandma never had any reaction to what was going on.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
because she was so oblivious and so Ed, I think it made everything even scarier because Courage, ironically, his name is Courage, and he's not, courageous at all. But um, the fact that he was always kind of alone, like the other two were kind of just very oblivious, and the and it was kind of like they never believed him. That was what made everything so creepy. Like
Yeah.
whenever they checked, it was all good, but whenever Courage, checked, he was getting his shit like spooked out.
Bro, no cap, bro. That shit actually had me freaking out. Not like I'm not scared of anything like that, you know what I mean? But like that shit had me stressing for the courage, bro, because like mad weird shit would happen. Like the villains would look mad scary and stuff like that. Loki also one time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. My mom, she had like a kidney surgery, right? So she was gone for like a week basically, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm chilling because like I ain't gonna lie, my mom used to yell the hell out of me, bro. So just me, my dad, and my brother. So life was good, bro. Like I was so happy my mom was gone. So I didn't really realize what was going on, right? My dad let me stay up like an extra hour every single day, and I would only watch Courage the Cowardly Dog at this time. Every single night that because obviously I stay up an hour later, and that show would pop on, bro. I'd be freaking out at night every single day. But it'd be so dope, bro. I don't know what it was, bro. It was like scary but fun to watch.
It was scary and funny because we were kind of in the shoes of Courage,
Yeah,
and we knew what was going on behind the scenes, and we're like, "Yo, you dumbass grandma, like wake the fuck up!
guys.
Like there's a killer outside your house." And then all Courage is doing is Courage used to like flip forms when he was explaining shit. Like
Yeah.
he used to like transform into the monster, and then all you used to hear was stuff like that, and that's it. The shit was bad funny. But yeah, I think I would personally probably put this higher, but let's see. Let's see the
Okay.
rest of
Well, let's go with the next one, bro. So the next one I had on this list at number six was Adventure Time.
Damn, I see. For me, I think personally, Courage, Cowardly Dog is better than Adventure Time for me. But I
Okay.
can understand why, like, Adventure Time's up here. I wasn't the biggest fan of Adventure Time, but Adventure Time was low key goaded. It was at like it kind of was at the same. It was kind of in the same genre as like regular show for me.
Hmm. Okay.
But what's your like? Why do you like Adventure Time so much?
Okay. It was just like the overall plot. Like it's like linear, you know what I mean? It's not really episodic like Courage the Cowardly Dog. But also like I feel like I had more fun watching Adventure Time because it was like more joyous, you know what I mean? Like Courage like it hit, bro. Like here and there it would hit. But like Adventure Time was always like fun and all that shit, you know what I mean?
Adventure Time was mad goofy for sure.
Yeah.
With Jake doing some weird shit, Finn always doing weird shit too. They had that green little robot. Like everything was just it was mad quirky. Like that the world building was mad quirky. And then they actually had like ops in terms of like that Winter King, the Ice King.
Yeah, yeah. And
Now the
Gunther
show
the Penguin, bro. Never forget that.
who?
Gunther the Penguin.
I don't remember going to the Penguin. Maybe if I see him again.
I don't know, Mad Red.
But no, Adventure Time is definitely a staple. I think it's just definitely staple top 10.
Hmm.
I would just right now put Courage above it just because that's my preference. But yeah.
Okay. What's the next one? All right,
Yep.
number five, bro. And I know you're gonna be mad at me for putting this one low, but I had Ben 10 at number five.
Nah, bro. Number five is criminal, bro.
All right, I'll let you go off, bro. It's just that I enjoy the other ones more. That's all it really is. Like, there's nothing I could say bad about Benton other than that I like the beginning more than when he like had that time skip or whatever. But that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing I can say bad about it.
So one thing I want to say about Ben 10 is Ben 10 definitely had the best plot. Plot wise, like bro, Ben 10 was elite when it came to plot. World building, you had so many different like aliens, you had so many different planets that they used to go to, so many different like villains. Um and every single episode was hype. There was always a fight. There's always some crazy shit going on. And when Vilgax popped out, it was always a movie. Like whenever Vilgax came to the Earth, shit was always a movie. I think it was also the concept of just the watch, the Omnitrix. I don't think we'd seen anything like that ever. You know what I mean? It just worked out so well with just Ben not knowing shit. Him, summer vacation comes down, first day, first night, they're with their grandpa. He gets the Omnitrix, figures out how to use it. Vilgax tries, you know, getting it back, fucking up the whole city. It was just such a good plot, story, fighting. For me, definitely top three.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that. Like you said before, the plot was elite, bro. It's just that I like the other ones more. But let's get into one of the other ones because this one I feel like their plot is arguably as good, but also it comes from a bigger franchise. But let's talk about it. Number four, I had Teen Titans, the original one.
Okay, so for me, right, the thing is, I wasn't always too much of a superhero guy. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie.
Fair.
But Teen Titans was elite. I'm not gonna. It's top five for sure. Top five for sure. I would put Ben 10 over it, but I would put it over Courage, the Cowardly Dog, for sure.
Same.
Um, the Teen Titans crib was elite. I used to play so much of the Teen Titans game on CartoonNetwork.com. You had Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, and Robin. They had ops that were as deadly as them, so good fights. I think generally it was very similar to like Ben 10 in terms of like it had good plot, it had good characters, it had good enemies. I think at that point it's personal preference. You know what I mean?
Bro, here's the thing, bro. Like as a kid, bro. Not trying to get implicated. Gwen was I, whatever. My
When
Ed,
it was what?
it was like damn Raven, bro. You feel me?
High Key Raven and Starfire was type elite.
But that's the thing that I like, bro. Beast Boy was funny as fuck, bro. That was one of my favorite characters of all time, bro.
High Key, yeah, I know. Beast Boy was funny. Cyborg was kind of the dad. He was always like,
Yeah. He
the
was
a
like the
bit
cool
more.
big bro, you know what I mean?
Huh?
He was like the cool big bro.
Exactly, exactly. He was always like the mentor type of guy, and Robin was always just doing crazy shit. So that's why we liked him so much. And he was Batman's right hand. So how can you not like that?
Facts. And this
Um,
was badass, so
Other than that, I think the new Teen Titans though, that shit's whack. The Teen Titans Go,
yeah. Not a fan, but I did see some out of pocket shit. That shit was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I just I can't see myself ever watching that. I tried, like, I saw it when I was in my teens, and it just was not appealing to me the same way like Teen Titans regular was appealing to me. But yeah, elite show. I do think it's definitely worth it for the top five.
All right. Let's get into number three now. Because this one is literally the most Ed on the list. You ready?
I already know what you're gonna say, bro.
Ed and Eddie, bro.
This shit was goaded. Low key, it might have made you drop a couple of brain cells. I can't lie. It was that Ed where maybe if you watched it every time you watched it, IQ goes down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But you had Ed, you had Double D, then you had Eddie, and Ed with the single D was just straight Ed. Like, bro, these characters were so dumb. Then they had like Paul. They had that the stick guy. Remember the stick guy?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. So the guy. So there was like the bald headed kid, and
Yeah.
then he had the stick.
Plank.
Um,
Plank.
Plank. Who else was there?
I mean, they had Kevin, I think his name was, the Kanker sisters.
Oh yeah, those sisters that were in love with Ed.
Yeah. That shit was wild, bro. You know what's crazy, bro? Bro,
What's up?
I mean, I'm exposing too much here, but I'm gonna lie, my mom, she's not letting me watch that show at all, bro. And I
What?
can see why, bro. 'Cause like you said before, you're losing brain cells. Bro, my dad and
I'm
I, we used to watch this shit together, bro. We used to love this shit.
I'm dead, bro. Ed and Eddie was definitely top tier brain rot. Like that shit was brain rot before brain rot.
Facts,
I
facts.
can't lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I think this is one of the shows that you'd watch as like a very young kid.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if I would put it in my top five, but definitely a good solid choice.
Facts. All right, coming in at number two, bro, is Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This shit was
Uh,
eat, bro.
this is a good number two. This was a very good number two. Like we had the seriousness in Mandy. We had this goofiness in Billy, and then Grim was always just doing stupid shit too. Realistically, Billy's dad was also a huge dumbass. Um, I remember they used to just like pick their boogers, and
Yeah,
their brains used to come out literally.
yeah,
Like
literally.
like they used to literally pick their brains from their nose and then re-eat that shit. Remember, I used to play the Billy and Mandy game all the time on CartoonNetwork.com. That shit was mad fun. It was like a pumpkin game,
Mhm.
but yeah, they're always versing like evil spirits and evil things. I feel like
Yeah, no, that's honestly facts. Yeah, no, I just thought like it had some of the funniest moments. Like, bro, Fred Burger. I don't know if you remember him. That shit was funny as fuck, bro.
I remember just, bro, Grim just getting played by these kids. Like this
Yeah,
is the Grim Reaper out here, and he's getting played by
yeah,
two two like 9-year-old kids in Billy and Mandy. And also just the dynamic of them three just worked out so well. Then you had the underground world or the underworld. That shit was sick too. I think the story building was elite in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
hmm.
Yeah, I think solid. It's a solid number two for sure.
Let's get into number one, bro. This is bias pick. Y'all heard me say this before. Regular Show is my favorite cartoon of all time, so I had to put this one number one.
I could give this a good top five. I don't think it's number one for me personally, but definitely top five. Like regular show, elite, the dynamic of Rigby and Mordecai, unmatched. Then you had the classic, Benson always bitching. You have High Five Ghost. You have these wacky ass characters like Muscle Man. His favorite quote, "Your mom."
Yeah,
Remember when
yeah.
uh
John Cleese pulled up on the pod and he did the
yeah
voice.
yeah
Yeah,
John did Muscle Man's voice? That shit was hilarious, and he nailed that, knocked it out of the park with that one. We had High Five Ghost. We had Skips. Bro, the dynamic of that show was just elite.
facts. We talked about regular show a lot, so I think we're gonna not glaze it a little bit too much. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to say it's kind of sad to see Cartoon Network go. Obviously, a lot of us grew up on it, but in honor of Cartoon Network, here's our top 10 list. Let us know what you guys think. Join our Discord, and we'll talk about it more there. But other than that, this can be it for this episode. So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.